It's the Flying Pig here. It just keeps getting better and better. 4 wins out of 4 now for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We needed to get rid of Jose. It could not have gone any better at this stage for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He has turned the fortunes of Manchester United around. He has got us back to winning ways. 4 wins out of 4. The only manager to do that at Manchester United, along with Sir Matt Busby. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is like... he's like King Midas. Do you know what I mean? Everything he touches turns to gold at the moment. He cannot go wrong. You are my Solskjaer, my only Solskjaer. You make me happy when skies are grey. Mangasm. Have some of that, Spurs. Have some of that. No! Come on, it's just getting better and better, isn't it? 9 wins out of 10 for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The man is just basically the babyface messiah. Oh! What an absolute shambles, lads and lasses. How's it going? It's the Flying Pig on Flying Pig United. United have just lost 2-0 to Paris Saint-Germain tonight in the Champions League. First leg, first knockout round in the Champions League. And we bottled it, man. We've been so good lately that we had to lose a game eventually. The dream has to come to an end at some point. It's been a miracle. This has been nothing short of a miracle under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Even Angel Di Maria having a hand in both the goals. It's sickening, lads. It's sickening. Of all the people, it's that Dobby Little Melter who has to have a hand in both the goals. You know, the first one with the crossing, and of course the second assist as well. I mean, why, Angel? You're absolutely shit for us though, weren't you? Apart from that first game where you chipped the keeper, other than that, you were garbage, pal. Yet for PSG, you come back to Manchester and you're influential. Prick, mate. That's the thing, this tie's pretty much done. It's going to take some sort of epic comeback in the second leg in order to even get back into this game. They've got 2 away goals. We're climbing a serious mountain now. But if anybody could do it, it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So I decided to get the Zlatan. They call me Zlatan. We've got Ollie at the wheel. We're winning games. We're still unbeaten in the Premier League. We are still unbeaten in the Premier League. He's broken the away games record 8 games in a row. Oh! And we've done it! I cannot believe it! Manchester United have gone to the Parc des Princes and beaten PSG 3-1 to progress into the next round of the Champions League. Give him the freaking job already. I mean, of course he's getting the job now. I'm not going to moan at the board and say, give him the job. Why have you not given him the job? Of course he's getting the fucking job. Look what he's doing. You think that Pochettino mug is going to rock up at the end of the season? It takes no fucking way. It's all Ole Gunnar Solskjaer now. Ollie's at the wheel. Tell me how good does it feel? We've got Sanchez, Paul Pogba and Fred. Marcus Rashford, he's Mank born and bred. How's it going, everyone? Come on, get in there, my son. The news has just broken that Manchester United have announced Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as the permanent manager of Manchester United. Oh, yes! Praise the Lord! Hallelujah! Finally! We just lost 3-0 to Barcelona at the Nou Camp. We're knocked out the Champions League in disgrace. In fucking disgrace, lads and lasses, after that performance and that destruction by Barcelona. What a bunch of clunge badgers United are. Half the team led by that clunge badger king, Ashley Clunge. What has he done in the last 5 years apart from getting shat in the mouth by a bird that's actually been any good whilst wearing a United shirt? I don't understand it. I mean, he's just, I don't get why we want players like that around at the club, because too long he's been absolutely inconsistent and just shit, or consistently shit actually is what he's been. And maybe he's a useful squad player when you're playing against freaking Kettering Town, but not playing in a Champions League quarter-final, man. On 300k a week, get rid. That's what I say. Make way for somebody else. The only problem is no bastard stupid enough to come and pay the money and pay the freaking wages to take him off us. Same goes for the likes of Romelu Lukaku. I know he's, not started the game. Whatever, he's gash. Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, get on your bike, lads. Ashley Young. Man, there's a lot of them. Going, everyone. It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. with a little match reaction for you for the Everton versus United game, which has just finished 4-0. The club need to stop the wages this week, donate it to a local children's charity or something, because those wankers out there don't deserve paying a penny for these recent performances. There's all sorts of issues with Manchester United's backline, most of which we've got bloody Phil No Bones and Chris Smalldong in there. People like that. I mean, it's just obviously the problem. Everybody knows that. We've had those guys for years at the club, 6 years, 8 years, don't know how many years. Freaking feels like 10 decades, man. That's a century. Is Ed Woodward, Mr. Potato Head himself, going to stick with that? Or is he going to slap himself in the face in the summer and make some decisions and get rid of people, move people on, bring people in, spend money? That's what we need to do, unfortunately. We need a complete overhaul. It's crazy to say that, but obviously we're not good enough. Obviously the people we've got in there are not good enough. The characters are not strong enough. We need leaders in there. We don't have it. We've just got a complete bunch of bottlers. I think these players, if they went to a different club across Europe, there's talk about Pogba going with Zidane and stuff like that. Please, come on, Zinedine! And they can fight and show what they can do for this club between now and the end of the season. But unfortunately, we've got a bunch of little miniature nutbags in there who just cannot put up a fight. You cannot put up a fight and perform and show what it's all about to be a Manchester United player. Probably because they're not United players. Jones this morning, ship him off to Sunderland. Pogba, come on. Ala Madrid, come and get him. Lukaku, Everton, you just battered us 4-0. You probably don't need him, but do you want him back? He scored 26 goals for you every season. Scored 26 goals for you guys. Couldn't do shit all for us, though. To finally confirm the official signing of Wan-Bissaka from Crystal Palace to Manchester United for around about 50 million smackaroos. Come on, get in there. Bit of business done by United. Like I've said previously, he's not Maldini. He's not the finished article. He's not even Kyle Walker when he moved to City for a comparable amount of money. But what he is basically the most defensively sound wing-back in the Premier League last season at 21 years of age. Defensive stats, they do not lie. He had a breakout season for Palace, their player of the season, rightfully so. Unbelievable performer all season long, 21 years of age, homegrown. Oh! Only getting better. But he is now officially a Manchester United player. The club have announced it. The player have announced it. He's holding the shirt. He's with Ole Gunnar. It's done. It's official. It's a steal. It's a deal. It's the sale of the fucking century. Well, it's maybe not a steal because it's 80 million quid, but still, I'm very happy that we managed to get the player that we so desperately required for such a long time in there. Harry Maguire, the big freaking slabhead himself, is now a Manchester United player. Wake up from this goddamn nightmare! No signings in the last sort of couple of hours by Manchester United in this final close of the transfer window here, which means that it's been an absolutely fucking shite window for Manchester United, doesn't it? Let's be realistic now. If we don't sign a midfielder or a forward, then it's been an absolute calamity. Lukaku's gone to Inter. Don't get me wrong, I was happy about him going, get some of that money back. Only if we're bloody going to go and spend it, though, and bring some players in to actually improve this United side. That is the only reason I'd be happy. Otherwise, Lukaku's a decent player to have around. Why get rid of Lukaku if you're not going to go out there and get another forward? Why let Herrera go if you're not going to go out there and strengthen and get a midfield player in there to help create for United? We've got Daniel James, winger, flying winger, young lad from the freaking Championship, and yet United are not able to go out there and get an actual experienced player to help our starting 11 right now. Right now, we could have done with somebody. Let's just talk about some of the freaking names, man. You're talking about people like Bruno Fernandes, who it's been touted as being coming to United for ages. There's people like, look at who Spurs have signed. Spurs have just signed Lo Celso on loan. They've got Ryan Sessegnon. They've signed frickin' what's this? Ndombele. And Manchester United haven't actually managed to strengthen our midfield at all. It's a complete nightmare. I mean, it really is a joke that what's happening at this football club. And it all really stems from, I keep going on about it. So does everybody else. Get it trending worldwide again. Because it's bloody true and it's not going away. And that is that the Glazers are a complete cancer at United. They don't truly reinvest in this football club. They don't really care what happens out there on the pitch as long as it's ticking over and making them money. And they can use the brand as a commercial enterprise and an entity for them to make them bloody fat cash. That's all they really care about. Do you think they really want to spend huge amounts of money to appease the fans and get the players in and improve the squad during the transfer window when they could just sell players and not improve and not get the players in to actually replace the players that have gone out and make the money and divide it out amongst the shareholders and line their own pockets? Of course that's what they're going to do. Ed Woodward, the potato head in charge, proved once again that he cannot stay off that bloody phone to Babe Station long enough and actually generate some sort of a deal for United to get a player in through the door. Because this has been a poor transfer window from United. When you bear in mind that Herrera's gone out and then we've let Lukaku go, who was a proven goal scorer. He scored a goal every 2 games for United even. Which is not bad. I mean, he didn't do the business for us steadily. It wasn't good enough, wasn't a consistent enough thing. But only get rid of the lad if you're going to actually improve the squad or get somebody else, a replacement or somebody better to come in. Because the fact is, we've lost Lukaku, we've lost Herrera, we haven't actually benefited ourselves much. Defensively, we're looking much better. Absolutely. Wan-Bissaka looks a great player, doesn't he? Great signing, £50 million. Love that signing. Harry Maguire, great signing, 80 million leader at the back there. We needed that. Defensively, we've added a lot to our team. But what about the goals? What about creatively? Our midfield is absolutely shite, man. You're talking about freaking Paul Bogbrush in the centre of the park there, who does it half the time, and half the time he doesn't even turn up. He's more worrying about his next haircut. You've got Matic, Static, Twatic, the Frankenstein's monster extraordinaire in the centre of the park, who barely does anything, barely moves around at all. He's literally like a planted tree. He's the new Fellaini. You've got Pereira, who I've been impressed with in pre-season, but can he make it a step up and do it consistently for United week in, week out? I'm not so sure. You've got Freddie Flintstone in the centre of the park, who's bang bloody average, yabba dabba do. Sorry, hate to tell you. I mean, I hope he's good, but from what I've seen from him, he's bang bloody average. What do you want me to say? You know, so I think we've got a shite midfield. We've got a pretty bang average ropey skeleton strike force. So, you know, what a shite window. What a shitty... I haven't seen a shite window like this since a bloody elephant enclosure at Marwell Zoo. I mean, I cannot believe that we've just beaten Chelsea 4-0. It's absolutely mesmeric is what it is. So much pressure, so much expectation going into the season, and we've just battered Fat Frank's Chelsea 4-0. Crikey malikey, lads and lasses. It's a stunner. It's an absolute stunner of a first opening Premier League result for us. Shitting Newcastle United. We've just lost to the Magpies. The shitting Magpies. Mike freaking Gashley's Magpies. Mike Gashley Sports Direct freaking Magpies. That's who we've lost to here. I cannot believe how shit Manchester United are these days. I truly cannot believe it. The performance today by United was absolutely laughable. Newcastle were second from bottom before this game. 5 points they've got and amassed this season. Second from bottom in a relegation zone. Relegation fodder. Well, now they're 1 point behind United. They're 1 point behind United. That's how shit United are. Where are we? We're literally down almost towards the bloody relegation zone now. It's disgusting what's happening at Manchester United. There's no other word for it. It's shambolic, Eve. That's another word for it. I was wrong. There's lots of words for it. Gashtastic, atrocious, a mess, destruction. Who's our man to call on when we're 1-0 down in the game? Who does he bring on the pitch? Who's the first substitute? It's Jesse bloody Shingard. Why would you do that to us? He's done nothing all bloody year. Yet he's the go-to man, is it? Oh, we're lacking in creativity. 65 minutes gone. Do you know what? We need to change this game. We need to have an impact on this game. Who do we bring on? Shitting Jesse Lingard. He's taking the absolute piss, this man. He's taking the piss out of us. I'm sorry, look. I love Ollie, but he's getting it all wrong. His selections are useless. His selections are embarrassing. Oh, man, and his substitutions, he brings Greenwood on. All too little, too late. I'm just done with the shit tactics, with these shit freaking results going away to Bournemouth. They're a bang average team a couple of years ago. They're bloody playing down in League Two. They all like start the league 20 points off at the top of the table in League Two about 10 years ago. And you're telling me United, with the history, the heritage, the money that we spent, can't go and create more than we did in that game? We had 2 shitting shots on target. 2 shots on target throughout that entire bloody game. Are you joking me? Oh! How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Have some of that, Jose Mourinho. Have some of that, Spurs fans. Get in there, you bastards. United have just beaten Jose Mourinho's Tottenham Hotshits at Old Trafford. 2-1 in the Premier League to take us to 6th and above them in the Premier League. Have some of that, honestly. Oh! Let me just start off this video by saying Manchester United have just beaten Man City 2-1 away at the Etihad Stadium. We've beaten them, we've battered them, we've gone there, we've bossed it, we've shined Pep Guardiola's ball head, and we said, fuck you, City scummers. Oh, it's absolutely bloody amazing. Ollie's at the wheel. Tell me how good does it feel? We've got Dan, James, Maguire and Fred. Marcus Rashford, he's Mank born and bred. The greatest of English football. City, fuck you all. It's a mangasm situation over here. It's a mangasm situation. Hope you're all having a good one. Man, oh man, what an absolute freaking steaming pile of horse shit, lads and lasses. How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. I'm absolutely freaking gutted and just disgusted and completely just disenchanted, man. How has this even become possible? United have just lost to Watford 2-0. Watford's first win at Vicarage Road since fucking April, son! Since April! That's how shit they've been at home. Their first win since April. I mean, United, obviously, we're doing the dirty work against City, Spurs, and then we go and lose to bottom of the table Watford 2-0. I can't even handle this, man. I'm so ill. I've got just an incredible man flu right now. That's why there was no watch along today. Massively sorry. I've just been in bed. Literally almost hallucinating with how shy I've been. I felt like I was hallucinating. I was like, there's no possible way United could be losing 2-0 to frickin' Watford here. I mean, stick a T in front of Watford's name. That's what they actually are this season, a bunch of frickin' twatfords. That's what's going on with Watford this year. They're the worst team in the league by a country mile. Yet United go there and we make them look absolutely fantastic. We make ourselves look ordinary. I mean, what is David De Gea doing, though? You know, I don't want to throw him under the bus, though, but come on, couple of errors. He's supposed to be a world-class goalkeeper here. There's no way David De Gea can be considered a truly world-class goalkeeper if he cannot scupper these errors out of his game. It's no excuses. He's not an 18-year-old little melter now. He's not coming. He's not a physical little bitch who gets bossed around from corners and stuff. No, he's supposed to be this seasoned, experienced, supposed to be one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I'm not seeing it from that frickin' twat at the moment. Down to 8th in the Premier League. We're back down to 8th. Frickin' 8th again. 8th. What is it about this frickin' number? We're down to 8th anyway. Minded and somebody who can actually create and unlock a defence, because let's be honest now, you could give Jesse Lingard 1 padlock and 10 keys, the same freaking key to open up that 1 padlock, and he still would struggle to open it with each set. He'd still be putting them in, go, no, that's not the one. No, that's not the one. No, that's not the one. Even though they're the same key that all unlock the padlock. That's what we're talking about here with Jesse. Boomchanka, there we have it. Little highs and lows, rants and raves of 2019. Could have probably come up with a much more entertaining vid, to be fair, but there's so much footage to trawl back through. That's basically all I could muster. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please smash a cheeky little like on this video. Subscribe if you happen to be new here, if you've made it this long. But once again, special shout out to all the people that support this channel and who have watched these videos over the last 12 months. You're a bunch of bloody legends. That includes these Patreon followers here who support the channel on Patreon. Link in the description. You're all a bunch of legends. You know who you are. And everybody else that's got involved with the channel, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic 2020. Happy New Year to all of you. I hope it's a good one for each and every one of you. And once again, thank you for watching this year. Well, this last year is now 2020. Nutty. Let's hope it's a better year for Manchester United, because as you can see, the year might have started off quite well in 2019, but it's not ended the best. Anyway, love you guys. See you soon. This is the big. Take it easy. Come on, United.